Hey, welcome back, guys. It's Cynical, Season 8, Episode 2.
Oh yes.
I am a
We are
mole.
back.
I hate to... spoiler alert, I am a mole.
Yeah, so am I. Imagine that.
Imagine that. So we have mole kits. I want to see what the mole kit consists of. I have no idea how this... Use /mole kit list to see the kits. Okay, so be it. And oh, I get to choose one. I see.
I accidentally sent a message to the moles.
I
I thought that was list moles, but that was not the list of the moles. That was in fact a location.
Let's see. Oh, Tommy is a mole. Hello. So that...
Tommy is a mole, and he knows that I was spectating him because I gave his coordinates.
Right. So we had somebody log out there just now too, right? Who did someone? Yeah, Green just logged out. He was on the blue team. So let's talk about the blue team here. So, blue team consists of Green, Burning, Psychos, Tommy, and Tyler's. Now, of course, Tommy is not going to be playing for that team.
Not anymore, bro. He might be able to. He might be able to manipulate better than others. The difficulty with moles is are you good at manipulating
Right.
or not? Are you good at misleading your teammates into thinking that mole is someone else or not? And if you're not, it's critical that you be self-aware enough to know that you're probably not very good at that and adopt a strategy in consequence. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it might be wiser to just discreetly leave your team and safely try and join another mole.
So we see Scope is
Not try to do
also
anything spectacular.
a mole.
Scope is a mole, yes indeed. So this mole team is becoming interesting. I'm not sure what the
MCP will list it. Here you go. Tommy, me, you, Zarky, Scope, Blaze. So
that is
Blaze.
a very interesting mole team.
Yeah. So Blaze in the red team, Tommy in the blue team, Scope in the orange team, and who did I say? Did I say Zarky? Zarky in the
I think you
green
said
team.
Zarky, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
In-
and Scopehead is getting massacred by a
Oh, he's too distracted.
Oh yeah, he's
Are you there right
Dealt
now?
with a magic bow. Oh yeah, I was watching all of that.
Oh dear.
And, he had a full diamond, not full diamond, but a full gold skeleton and a skeleton with a magic bow, both attacking him at the same time.
Way to fail the
Did not
team,
go very
Scope.
well for him. So, as predicted, Zarky is indeed on the surface. I saw him from his cave on episode, on the last episode.
Episode 1.
Yep.
Hasn't been that many episodes since we started.
No, but it's been a few days though. And
At least 2, right?
yeah, Zeneker's fairly close to a teammate of his. Yeah, Blaze is actually fairly close to him.
Well, Blaze is a traitor to the cause, so
Yes, yes.
so that would be an interesting interaction.
Now you think you've got a sweet gig watching two spectators giving you the overall perspective for everyone, but it's in the moles game. You really want to watch as many perspectives as you can because you don't want to miss the mental games.
Right.
Because on one hand, the moles are planning something, or they're trying to.
Well, I mean, that's why probably Scope took a little damage. He was probably, thinking about what he wanted to do. Not to mention, he was running around with no armor in a dark cave.
Yes.
So
That's more. It's more because he was running around with no armor in the dark cave. And he was distracted. He was not typing in the chat or anything.
well, he might be typing. He might be looking at mole kits and stuff like that. You don't know.
Oh, well, he was running around.
Okay.
So I can
Fair enough.
tell that when someone's right. But I was gonna say the other thing you want to check out is the other teammates because everyone once the moles are set, everyone is messaging, or not necessarily everyone, but a lot of players like to message their teammates and ask them, "Who do you think will win this? Do you have any
Right.
suspicions?"
All right. I mean,
And
people start
it's
talking
very
now, but I think at the very early beginning, I mean, most of these players are good players, and they've played Mole at least a few times, and they all know that you don't do anything suspicious right now because you can't action on it, so you just play normally, Like, the least suspicious thing is to just play normally, as if you're not the Mole, and you can do that indefinitely, Like, just don't pay attention to any of the Mole stuff.
you have
Yeah.
to keep in mind that a lot of players know each other well because they played with each other
It's true.
so much in the past,
It's true.
and they're able to recognize that something might seem a little bit off, or sometimes your own imagination, your own paranoia,
Right.
is like making you think things that are not actually the case, that you're starting to suspect someone who actually is playing quite normally, but
So-
suddenly becomes very suspicious.
So the interesting thing to me is who are the detectives on the team? You know, who are the people who try to figure it out? Because I'm very much a detective kind of guy myself, where I start talking a lot and trying to figure out everybody. And even if I was the mole, I would still be doing this because that's just how I am. And you know, trying to logic my way through things, right? So and those are the people who usually drive the conversation, right? In accusing moles and stuff like that, whether they're right or wrong, and whether they do it well or not. Who do you think on each of these teams would be like the lead detectives?
Oh, well, there's there's too many personalities that I'm not sure of. I suspect that Chapter may be one of those. I think Tommy would normally be one of those.
I think Tommy, if
Now
he
he's
can
a
use
mole.
now that he's a mole, I think Tommy could use that ability. I mean, he can talk it up, trying to figure out who the mole is when he is the mole the entire time, right?
Yes, quite so. On the red team, I really don't know who the roles like,
Maybe Engal.
because there are two types of detectives. Everyone actually has to play with it, but some are passive and are observant, and others, as you say, are probing. And they like to ask the questions.
Right.
that are
It
related.
generally are the people who like to talk a lot.
Yes, exactly.
So who likes to talk a lot on the red team?
Well, you know, when someone joins a recorded round, it's often because they not always, but often.
I've seen the gold count going quite high for a lot of people, especially Ginger there. Accusations?
Yes. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, confirmed.
Very likely.
Flouze confirmed.
We can confirm. Yep. I mean, we're spectating right now.
So Scope here asking if anybody picked the kits. Alright, give me a second here.
So speaking of kits, yep. So in terms of the Potter kit will give you a Speed 2 potion, a Poison 2 splash poison, and a potion of weakness. So basically, you've got a chance to hit a poison pot and run. And that's basically the strategy you have to adopt with such a mole kit. Now, did someone pick something else? Zarky picked a different kit, which is composed of... Don't go too far. I think he got a free gapple and a free diamond sword with his kit. Perhaps some feathers. I'm not sure. I really can't tell. But Zarky, I think, might have already equipped his sword. Has he? Actually, now it's too late. But he's got to make sure that he doesn't reveal his kit to his teammates. Otherwise, they'll immediately find out, of course, that he is, in fact, a mole. The Potter kit appears to be pretty popular. But it appears Scopehead has decided to use the TNT to blast mine, which is a legal technique of strip mining. But yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he found a temple, I believe, and decided to blast mine. And I don't know. It doesn't look like he found much of anything with that. 2 diamonds. That's not entirely bad. 5 actually. He's got an enchantment table too. So actually, he found 7 diamonds, which is all you truly need for your enchanting purposes. But he's probably looking for some more lapis and more diamonds and more levels to keep enchanting. Burning is in a fairly promising looking cave at this point. I don't know if Burning would be the type to be the lead detective in the case to find the mole. maybe if he hears the skeleton below him, he'll find another cave. But he's got some lava here burning. Use your ears, my friend. Use your ears. You should be able to locate this. You should be able to locate this. And this is a beaut, potentially a beauty. Of course, with ore limiter, you just don't know if there's going to be anything or not. But there would be diamonds. So burning, you could find diamonds if you listen for the lava. Or actually, he will eventually find it. He doesn't even have to dig through. I'm pretty sure he'll eventually find it. So who else? Let's visit the friend from Westeros, Nesteros, who is roller coasting like a madman. Things are looking good for him. And I say that with all the sarcasm I can muster. But he's already got enchants, and he's already working on his power 2 and sharpness 2. So that's not entirely bad. But if he keeps heading in the same direction, he's going to be heading nowhere. Now, Ginger has been finding so many things. We have to look around, and one's got to figure if he's got anything around him. Now, I also want Zarky's close to Ginger, and Zarky should consider potentially jumping Ginger. He's alone, and he might get a lot of loot, while Ginger is unenchanted, and Zarky has a diamond sword. So it might be a plan to consider. So in the chat, someone mentioned that Tyler's is alone. He is indeed around 100, 100. Minus 100, 100. And he's also now staircasing to nowhere. Nowhere, at least anytime soon. But Klusman has been finding the diamonds for his team. He's already got the chestplate. Getting ready to... he wants to make sure that the mole of his team, Zarky, will decide to aim for Ginger instead of himself. Let's see. I do wonder what Timon is up to. Is anyone nearby? And do we have an Iron Man yet, even? Well, Timon is still an Iron Man. He's still a contender. Yep, indeed, at least. I'm still here. Fairy Juice is healing up. I haven't seen OU in a little while. Let's go check out what's happening with him. He's got he's got the right height, but does he have the right cave? Doesn't look like it's the best cave in the world. He's probably just about done with this cave here, so he'll either try to rejoin the rest of his team, or try to... Yeah, that's about it. This cave is done. He's either going to rejoin his team or try to staircase. Try to roller coast. And that was actually some dealing with the creepers here very efficiently. Well done, to be sure.
Having fun there by yourself?
Oh yeah, no. It's all good, it's all good.
Yeah.
So far right now, I think Klusman is in the lead in terms of finding diamonds.
Okay, and he's also an Iron Man contender as well.
Yeah, if he hasn't healed, but I'm pretty sure he's one of the Iron Man contenders.
I haven't seen anybody actually heal yet, so...
He's already got his diamond chestplate. And I was also speculating that perhaps Zarky, who is close to Ginger, might want to use his diamond sword that he got from his Wolkit.
Oh, which one did he take?
I think it's fighting type.
Okay.
It gives him a free gapple and a diamond sword.
Ah.
And that's if you know that you're not very good at cleaning potions. Then it's a wise choice to make. You just gotta tell your team that, oh, I found 2 diamonds, can I make a sword?
Right.
you're covered. It's the mole kit that is easiest to camouflage. If the team kills you, and you've already like revealed that you have certain things, they might never figure out that you were in fact a mole.
Right. Bertram
I know,
looking really low on HP here. Anything special happen?
He's been struggling with
Bertree, rather. I'm guessing he's a Trump supporter.
Well, I've never been sure if he was sarcastic about it.
I'm pretty sure most Trump supporters are sarcastic about it, right?
Perhaps.
I actually recently
So
tweeted out a twist
Bernie
thing.
is about to find some diamonds.
Okay.
Oh no, he just hid himself behind a wall.
Oh, Bertree.
Bertree is just he keeps helping his cause. He's an unintentional mole because he's
Right.
his team a lot of and now Burning's pick just broke. He's got some diamonds right here that he's not mining. He's got gold right over there that he's also not mining. What are you doing, Burning? Why are you going for the redstone first? Sometimes this British man, I don't know.
I mean, they're gonna get to it eventually. It's not like they're not gonna get it, right? So.
I know. But I mean, he actually hasn't seen the diamonds yet.
Oh well, that's actually more disconcerting.
Yeah. No, he walled up just in front of the diamonds. He doesn't realize that behind the wall he built.
Oh, he doesn't really need those diamonds, does he? It's just a nice to have, right?
They're nice to have, but I think, like, not to be mean or anything, but of all the players, Burning might be the one who needs the diamonds the most. Being so mean, but no, every player loves to have the advantage, the upper hand from diamonds.
Right, and then that's completely UHC. You know, it's all about
Exactly. Because even if you're an excellent player, there are so many excellent PvPers in Cynical.
Especially.
They do call it, well, some do call it.
Oh, Scope's got a enchanting table here.
Yes, he does. He managed to get enchanted. What I wonder is if he'll tell his team about it or not.
Because he is a mole.
A lot of players roller coaster.
Yeah. So I mean.
A lot of players are roller coastering and to not the greatest results.
Yeah, so I mean, if he doesn't enchant his armor, he can always just enchant like a weapon and have a spare weapon and just say, "Oh, I don't have enchants," you know.
Last time I saw him, I think most of his armor was enchanted, but perhaps it's not, and he's capable of a secret.
If he has enough iron, I don't see. You know, it might be something you can do. I do see Blaze and Zarky are actually fairly close to each other, and both of them are moles.
So
Yeah.
they might be silently meeting up.
No, they've gone opposite directions. They've gone opposite directions.
Because I was gonna say I didn't notice any messages in the mole chat.
Yeah.
What I'm surprised is the high amount of roller coaster that is happening. Usually there's only one or two players that are resorting to roller coastering.
I think that's probably because everyone's more solo-minded in this one here, where it's kind of like, even if I have gold, or even if somebody has gold, doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna give it to me, kind of thing, you know?
That's quite possible.
And so basically people have to rely on them themselves.
Very juice mine shafts might be better than I thought. No, not quite. Well, it's good. It's going to be great for golds, probably.
Tommy's letting his team know. Does Burning actually have 6 gaps? That is a question I find myself asking. He actually does have 6 gaps and 6 extra gold.
Yeah.
Was not lying to his team. Tommy's saying, I think a few of us can get him alone in his cave. There you go. So there might be an ambush in the mix. There might be a red wedding for the Burning.
Could be, though. In my opinion, he wouldn't normally be my first target. But it's true that right now, this blue team is not finding a whole lot of things, and Burning might have the most promising lead, especially once he finds those couple diamonds. When he eventually gets to them.
I almost want to recommend it to Tommy to take like a couple damage, and then just kind of ask Burning, "Can I have an apple?" And then just kind of meet up somewhere.
Yeah, but I think he'd even prefer if you could blindside Burning and just take the apples.
I see Green actually just healed up there. And that's the end of episode 2, guys. thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.
Exactly.